Unfortunately, the BOIR is a real thing. I'm not a huge fan of forcing corporate transparency. I understand why the government is doing it, but I don't agree with it. If you have over 20 employees, if you're a nonprofit, or if you have over $5 million in revenues, you do not have to fill out the BOIR. According to FinCEN, please go to their website for updates and see what's the latest and greatest. This is not legal advice. This is just a helpful tool to teach you how to fill out this report if you choose to do so. February 27th, 2025, they suspended penalties. So no penalties will be assessed as of February 27th is what they announced. However, there's still the deadline for volunteering, 21st of March. And today's date is March the 20th. So that is tomorrow. Please watch this video. Hope you found value in it. Thanks. The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters. Hello everyone, this is Ladarius Sanders from the Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters. This is a very important topic that impacts a lot of business owners. A lot of you that are watching the channel, you own your own business, or you know someone who is a business owner that you may be a silent partner with. So it's something that could potentially impact you. So it's very important that you listen up. You've probably heard the term BOI or BOIR. That stands for Beneficial Owner Information Report. This is a document online that you must fill out to disclose who owns your business. The document is very easy, very quickly. You can fill it out online, and I'm going to walk you through those steps on how to fill that report out online, very quick and easy. And the whole purpose of it is so that the government can be aware who owns what business. The goal of the government, so they say, I'm not a politician and I try my best to shy away from all things political, but we are talking about money. So the intent is to track down and to limit money laundering through our country. Here are a couple of acronyms. I already told you about BOIR as an acronym. Another acronym you may hear is FinCEN, which is FINCEN. That stands for the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, as well as CTA, the Corporate Transparency Act. Today, as of March 19th, 2025, the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network has reinstated the Beneficial Ownership Information Report, which is BOIR, which is what I just mentioned to you, under the Corporate Transparency Act. The new deadline for most reporting companies to file their initial update or correct their BOI report is March 21. That's right. If you did fill out your report and it is incorrect, you can make adjustments to it. You can go online, you can find it, and you can make adjustments to it. And you have up until March 21 to get that done. What happens if you do false information? Well, if you willingly provide false information, you could face criminal penalties, which is up to $10,000 fines. Supposedly, if you are late, meaning you try to do these filings after March 21, you could face penalties that are considered civil, which will charge you $500 per day until you get it done. The good thing is they are asking that you willingly file to the 21st, but they have not stated if they're going to bring back the $500 per day penalty or when that's going to happen. There's a lot of court cases that are happening back and forth in Texas that are causing an impact. So you are probably hearing mixed reviews of people say you have to do it. Some people say that you don't have to do it. The issue is you have states like Wyoming, states like Nevada, where people will go start an LLC in those states, but yet let that LLC own an LLC that's in Florida while running businesses in Florida. And then when you try to look up who owns the business in Florida, you can't find them because they're owned by a company that's in another state. And if you go to those specific states, they don't disclose who the business owners are. This is how people are able to launder money. Thus, the purpose of the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network and the CTA, they're trying to find out who's laundering money and, privacy. Privacy is a big thing. Some people want to know things, and this is how they're going to find out, by placing hefty fines on people who do not disclose the information. And we all know that was the whole purpose of setting up these corporations in different states with legal counsel, is so that we could have anonymity and people not know who owns things, which helps with lawsuits. Someone's trying to sue you, they don't know who to sue because they can't find who you are. So it does give you protection when you're able to layer yourself that way. But again, consult with an attorney. I'm not an attorney, so don't take my advice for it. However, I am telling you that these are the updates for the BOIR, and you have up until March the 21st if you want to be in compliance. If you want to take a risk or a gamble, here's my thought. My thoughts are it's inevitable. They're going to push this thing through is what my thoughts are. So what happens if they do or they don't, Ladarius? I don't know. But what I do know is this. If you get it done now, you don't have to worry about it later. You don't want to miss an update where you assume that it wasn't going to go through, that it does go through, and now you're paying $500 a day. I don't think you want to pay $500 a day. And you don't want to put false information in, because I'm sure you don't want to pay a $10,000 criminal fine for lying to the government on a document. It's real simple and easy. Watch this video. I'm going to show you really quickly on how you can fill out the BOIR report so that you can be in compliance with what the government is asking us to do. Now, those of you that are diehard, hey, forget the government, privacy, I don't want them to know anything about my business. Take the gamble. It's totally on you. As of right now, you won't have to pay any fines. But if they change, if those rulings change, you're going to have a price to pay. All right, let's see what these updates are. On February 18, 2025, the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Texas lifted the injunction that had previously halted the enforcement of these reporting requirements, the BOIR. Consequently, FinCEN issued a notice extending the filing deadline by 30 days from February the 19th, 2025, setting the new deadline at March 21, 2025. During this 30-day period, FinCEN will assess its options to further modify deadlines, prioritizing reporting for entities that pose significant national security risk. Additionally, FinCEN intends to initiate a process to revise the BOIR reporting rule to reduce the burden on lower risk entities, including many United States businesses. Reporting companies that were previously assigned a reporting deadline later than March 21, 2025 should adhere to the original deadlines. For example, companies qualifying for certain disaster relief extensions with an April 2025 deadline should file by that date. To file a BOI report, companies can use a free online service, which I am going to show you how to do. It's important to note that while the filing deadline is March 2021, FinCEN has stated that it will not issue fines or penalties or take enforcement actions until the forthcoming interim final rule becomes effective and the new relevant due dates have passed. Companies should monitor FinCEN's communications for any further updates or modifications to the reporting requirements. Let's take a look at how to fill out this very quick BOIR report. Okay, how do we find the BOIR report? When in doubt, Google it, BOIR. Scroll down here. You always get the sponsors at the top. Do not fall for these other companies that are charging you fees. This is a free service. Why would you go to some other company and pay them a fee when you do it yourself for free. Don't fall for it. I'm going to go right here, BOI. This is their official website, people. HTTPS, the S means secure. For those of you that didn't know that, BOIE filing.fincin.gov. I'm going to scroll down because BOIE stands for Business Ownership Information filing, internet filing. So I'm going to go here to, you can go to either one. I'll go to get started. It takes you here. Go to web, the second one. Don't do the PDF. Don't do that. Just go to the middle. Web. File online. BOIR. So I click here. Prepare. Agree. All right. Beneficial ownership report. The red asterisk helps you out. If you've never filed one before, just click the A, initial report. If you're trying to correct one you've already submitted, you hit correct. Just go with the A, initial report filing. Date prepared, just whatever today's date is, it defaults there. You don't have to do anything. Don't worry about anything else. Just click the next, blue. All right. Prepare report. So reporting company. So reporting information. Who is this person? This is the person. Reporting company. What is the name of the company, right? So we know initial filing, date, the company's name is what goes here. So I'm going to say I want to say the Rich Man LLC. I put the Rich Man LLC, right? I scroll down next. What is the tax ID number for the Rich Man LLC? Well, it's a business, so social security number would be if you are like a sole proprietor and you use your social security number, or foreign if you're out of the country. But we're just going to do EIN number for default and put whatever your EIN number is. You should have gotten that from your CPA, or you would have got that from the government yourself. You probably have out. The state that I live in, we have a portal where all of the businesses that file with the state upload their LLC information, and we also put our tax ID. I'm just going to say 55. This is not my real tax ID number, but I'm just going to say, just put a bunch of numbers there. That would be your tax ID number. And then you would go to the next one. What country? United States. It's a little finicky, right? I'm going to pick a state. I'm just going to pick, I'm going to say Alabama. Why not? And address, 123 Mickey Mouse Drive. What city? I'm going to go Birmingham. Territory, United States, state. Let's go, Alabama. With this website, it's a little tricky. When you go to the state, it kind of changes your country, so you have to go back. You can't just say the United States. You have to say United States of America. So every time I did it, I had to go back and select United States of America once I do the state. 5209. Next, you also can toggle between the tabs here, so you don't always have to hit the next button. But now this is asking you, company applicant, who filed with your state, meaning who registered that LLC, who registered that business with the state that you live in. I'm just going to put Smith. Is the last name Smith? Mike. Mike Smith did it. And then you use birthday. And then you put, I'll just put a birth date in here. You have to put your slashes. Boom, boom, boom. Whoops. Year will be 1999. And business address. We'll go Smith Lane, city, Birmingham, country. Remember that United States of America. Watch this. Oh, Alabama. I didn't do it that time. 35209. All right. Driver's license. Put a driver's license info. Whatever those numbers are. Country, state, Bama, ba. Now this is a tricky part. I'm going to tell you, if you're over 4 megabytes, it will reject. That could be very complicated. So all you need to do is just hit this and then upload I recommend a PNG or a JPEG of your driver's license to it. I'm not going to click this because if I do, it's probably going to pull up a lot of private information that I have that I do not want to get loaded onto YouTube and social media everywhere. So this video is going to go to help other people. But you hit that and it will launch into your desktop and request to upload. If you do it from your phone, same thing, upload it via picture. But this could give you a headache. So all you need to do is just possibly do screenshots, resave it, screenshot, save it on a Word document, right click, save it from the Word document onto your desktop as like a PNG file. You can use the snippet tool, print screen, and then crop it. Do whatever you got to do to get that format right. But that's my recommendation on that. So I'm trying to go next. Now, who are the owners? Just because you were the company applicant, you could have been the CPA, you could have been the CFO, you could have been anyone who did this, and you don't have to put your personal address. I recommend if you were the company's applicant and you're not the owner, don't put your residential address, just put the business address on there. That's what I did. And so beneficial owners, who are the owners? So you scroll down, remember the red asterisk is the only thing you really need. Don't worry about the parent guardian thing. Just go to the red asterisk, put the owner's name, their date of birth, their home address, not business, their home address, and then their driver's license. Just pick driver's license, or passport, any ID they have. All you need is the number. You don't even have to put the issue expiration date. They just want to know the number, the country, and the state. Even though there's no red asterisk, look, it's this whole category. They want the country and the state. If you do the country without the state, give you issues. Same thing here with the driver's license or passport, whatever number that you entered in here, they want to see it in person with the photo very clear. Now, notice I didn't fill this information out. Let's just say if there's 2 business owners, more than one person on the business, at the top, there's this add beneficial owner. You select this, and then it shows the second beneficial owner's information. Fill out the same thing. So however many owners there are, just keep adding beneficial owners. See? I have up to 5 here. How do you remove them? Just hit remove beneficial owners. Confirm, remove, confirm, remove, confirm, remove. Only 1. Now, what if I miss information? Well, you see, I did not complete this, but I'm going to go to submit. If I go to submit, if I put my email address here, and put my first name, last name here, and I try to hit certify that I agree, it gives me this warning. It will not allow you to move forward if you have missing information. So just close it out. Make sure you go back, hit the different tabs, and identify the missing areas, and then go back to the end, try to hit agree. It's going to ask you if you're a human, so you get those weird puzzles like this, find the same shape. So then you click the same, or find what's different in this scenario. So you'll find out what's different, and that's how you get to the next screen. You restart. If you do it wrong, what's different? That's different. And you get to the next screen. What's different? It's like a puzzle. And that's how you know you're a human, right? However, you cannot certify, which is a red asterisk, until you have all information filled. But that's all you do. And when you're done, it's going to print off. It's going to give you a code. Remember to please hit that blue download button that will appear when you're completed. That button is your proof. It's what keeps you from having to pay $500 a day, if that is a thing. This is the big blue download button. If you did something wrong, it'll say rejected right here. It will say successful if you did it right. This is what successful looks like, successful filing, and just below it will give you a filing number, but I cannot do that due to privacy. You should get a form that starts like this with important information below.
Thanks again for watching The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters.